Tonight on DC News Now, jury selection is underway in the double murder trial of a man accused of killing his wife to have an affair with his au pair.
Plus, a new hate crime policy announced after a bias-motivated assault in Alexandria, what police revealed about the Christmas Day attack.
Marylanders say they were shocked to receive letters saying they may owe the state money, why they feel blindsided ahead.
Then chilling now, but temps could be getting warmer. Meteorologist Damon Madsen is tracking the rise and the possibility of rain.
And it's the journey to Italy underway now as athletes learn their fates. We are sitting down with a DC native who made Team USA for speed skating.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale. Well, happening now, the trial is officially underway for the Virginia husband accused of killing his wife and another man as part of a plan to end up in a relationship with the family's au pair.
Brendan Banfield faces a number of charges in connection with the death of his wife, Christine, and a man named Joe Ryan.
Yeah, the family's Brazilian au pair has taken a plea deal on lesser charges and is expected to testify against him in the next several weeks. Some of the shocking details of this case came up during jury selection today.
And DC News Now's Randy Bass sat in that Fairfax County courtroom as attorneys narrowed down the jury pool. Randy, good afternoon.
Yes, that jury selection process today took about 3 hours, narrowing down a pool of more than 80 jurors down to just 16. The regular 12 plus 4 extra alternates. They chose additional alternates today because this case is expected to take all of 4 weeks. This jury made up of 9 men and 7 women. That will be the group of people who decide whether Brendan Banfield is guilty or innocent of this crime. He's accused of the 2023 double murder of his wife and a man allegedly lured to their home with a fake profile on a fetish website. It's all part of a plan allegedly to end up in a romantic relationship with the family's au pair. Of course, the prosecutor and defense attorney asking a lot of questions of the jury pool today, including questions about marital infidelity and BDSM, giving us a look ahead at what they might bring up during this trial. They also asked jurors about whether they watched true crime documentaries and what they might already know about this case. More than a dozen jurors in the pool said that they had heard, read, or watched stories about this case in the news. Some of them were excused. We also heard Prosecutor Jenna Sands rattle off names from the witness list, a lot of officers, investigators, 911 dispatchers, and expected to be the star witness here, the au pair herself, Juliana Perez-Megales, expected to testify against Banfield in the case. We spoke to John Fishwick, a trial lawyer and former federal prosecutor in Virginia. He's breaking down what we can expect in the coming days.
I think the main focus for the prosecution will be to make sure they corroborate basically everything that the nanny says. So they'll use digital evidence to locate where she was. They'll have her text that she may have sent to Banfield, the defendant, and they'll do everything they can so that by the time she testifies, the prosecution wants to tell the jury she was absolutely telling you the truth.
Now, Judge Penny Azcarate sent jurors home today when selection was complete early this afternoon. Everybody will be back in court tomorrow morning for opening statements. Annalisa?
Yeah, Randy, definitely a trending topic, especially among those mom groups in Northern Virginia right now. What was Brendan Banfield's demeanor like today in the courtroom?
Yes, Annalisa, I sat almost directly behind him during all of this morning. He was there in a gray suit, a blue shirt, and he was not wearing handcuffs. He was mostly quiet other than a few whispers back and forth with his defense counsel, John Carroll, and he answered a few quick questions from the judge. Once again, they read off his charges. He pleaded not guilty to each of them, and during the selection process, Mr. Banfield was looking back and forth between the jury pool, looking at his defense attorney as they answered those questions, and also spoke with his attorney toward the end of that jury selection process as they decided which jurors to keep and which jurors to strike. In Fairfax, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. And Randy will be following this in the days and weeks to come. You can follow everything regarding this trial right now on our website as well, dcnewsnow.com.
In Maryland, one person is dead and 3 others injured after a crash in Howard County this morning. This is a live look at I-95 heading south this afternoon. You can see Traffic still moving pretty slow for the commute home. That crash happening again near Route 100. State police say that a dump truck slammed into a tractor trailer. That tractor trailer was parked on the shoulder of the highway. The driver of the dump truck died at the scene. He's identified as 47-year-old Lazaro Miranda. 2 others were taken to a nearby hospital. The cause of the crash remains under investigation.
All right, turning over to meteorologist Damon Matson now for a look at our forecast. Yeah, Damon, this weekend in the salon heard people chatter, are we getting snow? Are we not getting snow? So definitely you're here to answer that.
Indeed. And yeah, it's a good question because we saw just about everything else this past weekend. We had that soaking rain that came through across the entire area on Saturday, and that was followed up by very gusty winds and the latest burst of cold air that came in on Sunday. Now, today has still been a chilly one, but seasonably chilly at that. Temperatures have managed to bounce right back thanks to sunny skies, calmer winds. It's 48 in the district. We have those middle to upper 40s across a good chunk of Maryland, Virginia. It is a little bit chillier out toward the mountains of West Virginia and Western Maryland, but all in all, we did make a nice little bounce back here today. And the lack of those stronger winds, which we did see plenty of 40+ mile-per-hour gusts on Sunday, making that cold air feel that much more brisk. Here we go. Today, we've only had some occasional gusts up around 20 miles per hour out toward Kaiser and Hagerstown, but that's been the extent of the wind. Everybody else, yeah, it's still been a little bit breezy at times, but it definitely isn't as windy as it was. And that will lead into this evening. Then the very clear sky we've been enjoying throughout the afternoon will continue into the night. And with calmer winds setting up, those temperatures in the 40s are going to double back pretty quickly into the 30s. And some of us may wake up to the 20s early tomorrow morning. So yeah, a little chilly to start out our Tuesday. But as we head toward the middle of the week, we are expecting another little bit of a warm up to take shape. And how will that impact then the next storm system that is expected to swing in Wednesday into Thursday? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, and thank you. Developing now, a woman could face hate crime charges after a viral video shows her yelling homophobic slurs at another shopper in Giant. It happened in Alexandria Christmas Day. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone. She joins us live in the newsroom. Marielle, she's already facing several charges from the incident.
Those charges include assault and battery, but the Alexandria Police Department says it is pursuing enhanced charges, calling this case a potential hate or bias-based crime. Now, this comes as the department adopted a new policy on the matter, and we do want to warn you, the language in the video you're about to see could be considered inappropriate or offensive to some.
Boy, get out of here.
Please back up.
Boy, get out of here with your gay.
This video, taken at the Duke Street Giant on Christmas Day, now going viral.
Get out of here. I don't know you either.
According to police, the victim, a 24-year-old man, was assaulted by a woman he did not know. She's seen here throwing grocery items and using homophobic slurs. Police believe the victim was targeted based on his sexual orientation as hate-based crimes increase across the state.
Tensions are higher, and I have noticed more and more of people are just on edge.
34-year-old Brittany Colbert is now in custody, charged with several counts, including assault and battery. The case is being evaluated for potential bias-based penalty enhancements under Virginia law.
I am very encouraged. These hate crime slurs are being made more and more often, and accountability is not being taken.
If you engage in this type of behavior, if you have hate and bias in your heart, we will prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law.
The Alexandria Police Department adopted this new hate crime and biased incident policy this year, which formally codifies standards, expectations, and oversight to ensure consistent identification, documentation, and follow-up.
And those will be documented in a more deliberate fashion than we have not before.
According to data by the Virginia State Police, 340 hate-based crimes occurred in 2024, up from 271 in 2023. And Colbert was arrested in Prince George's County, where she lives, back on January 8th. As of this morning, police said that she was being extradited to Virginia. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. And a health alert tonight. The Maryland Health Department says there is a potential measles exposure that went across state lines. Health officials say the infected person was on an Amtrak train going towards Union Station and an Amtrak BWI shuttle, as well as a BWI airport parking shuttle. While the Virginia Health Department says the child is under the age of 4, they say the child then visited the Alexander T. Augusta Military Medical Center Emergency Department in Fort Belvoir. If you were in those areas and you think you may have been exposed, health officials are advising that you reach out to your doctor.
Well, happening tonight, the Ballou High School Alumni Association will hold a candlelight vigil for football coach and D.C. police officer Terry Bennett. Tonight's event will be held at the school stadium. Attendees are asked to wear either blue gear or navy blue and gold. The vigil will begin at 6. And DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sissay is following the story for us tonight, and she will have the latest coming up on DC News Now at 9 and 10.
And seeing in the district now, we're getting a better insight in terms of what DC's proposed budget in front of Congress could look like for fiscal year 2026. Now, DC Mayor Muriel Bowser says local lawmakers have proposed $90 million be allocated to safety efforts for large events like America 250, the celebrations that are planned all year long to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the nation. They're also looking to allocate $40 million to DC's tuition assistance program. It would also increase grant support from $10,000 to $15,000 a year, with a lifetime cap increase to $75,000.